Now I'm joined by Amit Agarwal, considered the founder of Indian blogging. We're going to be talking to him about how he got into blogging and how blogging worked for him. Amit, before we get into blogging and talk about how you can make money out of it, etc., tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Yeah, so I've been blogging for 10 years now. I started blogging in 2004. When I started, blogging was pretty much an unknown term in India. But in all these years, blogging has become extremely popular in the country, and a lot of people are looking at blogs for opinions, and when they have something to buy, they look at reviews. So blogging has picked up extremely well in India in all these 10 years, and I had the first movers advantage. So
now it's time for us to break down blogging in the sense that all the bloggers who want to start earning money out of blogging, it's not a very easy thing to do. Do you agree with that, first of all?
yes, I think blogging is an extremely competitive field. And what is actually a blog? A blog is essentially a website, right? And there are trillions of websites on the internet. So essentially what you are writing, you are competing with millions and trillions of websites. So your blog has to be really unique. It has to have good content. You have to have a great writing style. And there are so many other factors in play that are not in your control. For instance, how do people reach your blog? They'll probably search for you on the internet. And if you're not on the internet, if you do not rank well in search engines, you are as good as not having a presence on the internet. There's so many factors that are not in your control. So I would say blogging is extremely difficult, but at the same time, if you put in the hard work, if you're diligent, and if you're consistent, if you continue doing it for time, there is no stopping. You will get popular on the internet.
So you're saying it's possible for someone to start making money out of blogging, and so much so that he can also spend it on living a better life.
In India, at least, there are quite a few ways to make money out of a blog. I would say revenue out of a blog. So you can have advertising. Basically, what you do is you give away your content is not behind a paywall, so anybody can read your content, but you have ads, just like you have ads in newspapers. So it's similar. So when people read your blog and then they see an ad, so the advertiser will pay some kind of money to you. And there are a lot of advertising companies. Actually, Google is the biggest. They have a program called AdSense, so where they put ads, and when an advertiser pays them, you get like 66 or 70% of the revenue. So that's one way. There are quite a few ad networks like AdSense which you can use. Then recently, with the popularity of all these e-commerce and the shopping websites, even affiliate marketing has picked up a lot. So let's say if a company is selling a product on Flipkart, and if I write a product review of that company and then link to that page on Flipkart or Amazon India or something like that, and I include my affiliate code, and somebody makes that purchase, I get some revenue out of it. So that's one way. Then bloggers have come up with their own products, in the sense you can have your own ebooks, you can send your stuff on Kindle, or you can write stuff and you can send it as digital download. So that's another revenue stream. So there are quite a few ways. Then there are certain areas which are not very ethical, but definitely there is money to be made on the internet. So for instance, the whole internet economy works on the concept of links. So how do you get popular on the internet? How do you make sure that your website ranks in the top pages? You got to make sure that your website has a lot of links. So for getting all those links, you talk to people and ask them to link to your site, and then they pay you for that. So it's not ethical, but a lot of people do it, and that's also one of the ways of making money. So there are quite a few ways to make money on the internet, I says.
So what does the future look like for Indian bloggers, say perhaps in the coming 5 to 10 years?
So I see the future is very bright, and the reason being, the broadband connectivity is going, the cost of computing gadgets is going down. So because in blogging there are no barriers to entry, so it's very easy to start a blog. And at the same time, because the connectivity is so good and the data rates are going down, more and more Indians would be connected to the internet. So it's all good for the bloggers, because ultimately what they want is they want eyeballs. They want people to read their stuff, and as more Indians are connected to the internet, you will have more readers. So this is I think next few years would be very good. At the same time, it would be very competitive as well, because more and more people are joining the blogging bandwagon. So you have to compete with a great crowd. You have to really excel to stand out. So it will take a lot of effort, but at the same time, you have the eyeballs, who would be willing to read your content, as long as you're giving them content that's good and useful.
Now that you know what you need to do to start your career as a blogger, get started. On that note, we will wrap up today's show. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.